The birth of hip hop.
But what I'm saying is that the elements of hip hop, DJing, MCing, breaking, graffiti, have been around for a while. They just never was put together under one umbrella and called. Like I said, half the time you could have been talking to a Puerto Rican and didn't even fucking know it because he's just as black as you. You could have been talking to a Jamaican and didn't know he was Jamaican till you went to his fucking house and heard his parents speak.
Yeah.
So as far as we know, we all fucking black. You know what I mean?
I think that's the best answer right there.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's the
As
real
far as our
fact.
understanding is we are black. I don't know if you Trinidadian. I don't know if you come from Belize. I don't know if you from Colombia. You know what I mean?
We all dark skinned,
But
and
I know we all
speak
that's what we
English.
are. And if you look at who adapted to the
Peace, you know who this is, family. I'm still stuffy. I'm still under the weather, so I might sound crazy, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Y'all should go watch this video, the whole thing on BagFuel with Esco and Hynaken, with Grandmaster Caz talking about this situation. It's a good video. I want to touch on 3 parts because I ain't play the whole video, but I want to touch on 3 things real quick. The first thing I want to touch on is that Grandmaster Caz is right. Again, all the elements of hip hop already existed pre-hip hop. They just was brought together under one umbrella that made hip hop. This is like what I was saying before about the car. The wheels already existed. The carriage already existed. The engine already existed. The windows already existed. Steering already existed. The horn already existed. Everything that make a car already existed. But they was brought together in a way that never been brought together before that created the car. So the car is a new thing. Even though it's made up of a bunch of old things and different elements, it's still a new thing. Second point I want to address. I want to address what the clip I had just played in the beginning. Y'all gotta come to terms with that, bro. Y'all cannot write. I know y'all FBA goofballs and y'all Tariq Nasheed goofballs is gonna like really be mad, but y'all cannot write Latinos or West Indians out of the story or the origin of hip hop because you can't write them out the origin of the black community in New York. They are the black community. They are part of it. They're not separate and distinct. They are part of it. And most of the time in New York, nobody knows who is who. Nobody knew who was who. So you can't say that, oh, there was no Puerto Ricans there. How do you know? You can't say there was no West Indians there. How do you know? You don't know. It's one community. That's like saying, oh, there was no brown skinned people there. Or there was no mixed people there. How do you know? How do you know? And it don't matter if they was like literally there at the exact inception of something. Because one, hip hop, the creation of hip hop was like a collective process. It started in 73 and it wasn't finished and standardized until like the early 80s. I don't want to put a date on it, but it like the early 80s. So everybody who participated during that time span I just gave, is a pioneer and a part of the origins. But again, you don't know who is who. How many people knew DJ Kool Herc was Jamaican? How many people knew? How many people knew Africa Bambaataa was like, I think, I'm not going to say, I think he's half Bayesian and I think he half Jamaican. I know for a fact he half Jamaican. But how many people knew that? You don't know. People don't know. It's just one community. We all black and we from the same neighborhood. We family. That's it. There's like nothing else to be said about that. Like, I don't even know what can I add to what he said. He laid it down perfectly. So this whole notion that we gonna just write this group or say this group ain't a part of it, that group ain't a part of it, this one didn't contribute, this one didn't pioneer or whatever, you don't know to say that. especially also because there was a lot of Jamaicanism going on back then too. So you got people saying this one is from this country, this one is from that country, and they're not even really from that. But anyway, yeah, like I really don't have nothing much more to add to what he said. He basically gave it down, laid it down flat, like it's supposed to be. Also, I want to address the point that he made about like, matter of fact, I'll probably do that in another video about the Black American culture being like the dominant culture and other people being absorbed into it, which is how it's always been working, like since like I'll explain that to y'all since slavery. But I also want to touch on this when he said about Fat Joe with the 50-50 thing. He said he not jacking the 50-50. I also said I'm not jacking the 50-50 number. The only way I could see like the 50-50 number actually like being like kind of true is that you could say DJing and MCing is like really the black thing, but the break dancing and the graffiti was really the Puerto Rican thing. And we know it's 5 elements of hip hop, but you know, having fun is the 5th element, so we could take that out. Everybody wanted to have fun. But the 4 like other elements that really like made hip hop, you know, is MCing, breakdancing, graffiti, and DJing. That's the only way I could see the 50-50 number. Otherwise than that, I can't see it. Like the Puerto Rican community was too small for it to be 50-50. Even if it was 50-50 in its inception, in its growth and it's like popularizing it, it wasn't 50-50. But yeah, I'm jacking Grandmaster Caz. I want to say one thing, Grandmaster Caz. The FBA goofball is gonna see this and they're gonna be attacking you again. They're gonna be attacking you again. They're gonna call you a hypocrite. They're gonna call you a tether. They're gonna call you names because you not perpetuating their fake narrative. And I also wanted to, if somebody can ask Grandmaster Caz this question, because I heard somebody say this, I didn't get to see it. They said that Grandmaster Caz said in an interview on I think on Rock the Bells or something like that, on Siri, on FM, whatever, Siri radio, whatever, XM radio, that he got tricked into being in mic check. I want somebody to ask him that question. Did he say that? Because somebody told me he said that, but I couldn't find the video or the interview of him saying that. But I want somebody to ask him that. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, tell me what you think. And on that note, family, peace.